Hey, what's up, guys? It's Alex here, and today I'm going to bring you the week 2 match highlights and the top 5 moments for 2 as well. So, this week I chose a match between Bardo and Stax. It was a really close one, and it involves lot of tactics that I never seen before in VGC, and it's really enjoyable, so let's jump straight into it. Stacks bring out a team of Vivilion, Exrus, Mimikyu, Arcanine, Palafin, Hero Form, and Iron Jugglers. Whereas Bardo brought up Iron Moth, Jumpluff, Annihilate, Tentamouse, Tatsugiri with Dondozo. Bardo in game 1 led with Jumpluff and Iron Moth, whereas Stax led with Iron Jugglers and Hexerus. Hexerus has its mold break ability, and it is interesting to see that Iron Jugglers is running speed investment, so its Quark Drive in it the speed enhances its speed, and it enabled to set up tailwind for its team first, and Hexerus took the advantage of it and used Earthquake to KO Ironmouth, which might be a really great problem for this team. But Jumpluff landed Sleep Powder on Hexerus, put it to the sleep, and it didn't work anything in the first turn. And in the next turn, Jumpluff missed the Sleep Powder on Iron Jugglers, but on the very next turn, Stax knew that Jumpluff is going to be a serious problem for his team, so he decided to take him out first rather than taking out uh, Dondozo over there with Hurricane, and Hexer is still asleep. Now Dondozo came to the field with Tasugiri and its commander ability pops up. Now it's just chipping away, and because its defenses are boosted up, and with this order up, Dondozo increased his attack even further. But the really great strategy that Stax used in this set was by Mimikyu. He ran a Mimikyu with the curse, so he puts Tondozo on a curse, so each and every round its health will chipped away, and Mimikyu is also running leftover, so it is recovering its health, and this double protect just seals up the game for Stax here. Arcanine turned into Water Terra, but uses Will of Wisp on Dondozo, but Dondozo is running Water Whale ability, so it doesn't go through. Even through Water Terra, Arcanine took a lot of damage from Wave Crash because Dondozo's attack was 2.5 times, that is 3 times stacked up. Even though Tatsugiri is a really fragile mon, still it was really difficult for Stax to take it out. I think it was a really close set, but the main highlight of this was Mimikyu using Curse to take out Dondozo, and it really worked for Stax. In game 2, Stax led with the same two mons, but Bardo adjusted uh, in game 2 by bringing out Mousehold and Annihilate. This combo is really strong, but uh, Stack was ready for this combo, so he decided to set up Tailwind for his team and take out Mousehold with the close combat. So Hexerus managed to take out Mousehold, but Annihilate balanced the mons by taking Hexers out with a close combat as well. Then Dondozo joins the field and Hinalep switches out to bring out Tatsugiri and pops up the commander ability to make Dondozo bulky and wreck this team. Dondozo Terra into electric and took out Aaron Jugglers with Terra Blast. Mimikyu joins back the field and decided to use the same tactics it used in previous game. So he put Dondozo on a curse, so it will slowly going to chip it. But this time Dondozo focused on Mimikyu because last time he didn't proc the disguise of Mimikyu and it was uh, hard for him to sweep through Stack's team. But this time he broke the disguise and wanted to take out Mimikyu as soon as possible. But both Mimikyu and Arcanine protect here, so Dondozo took a 25% damage. The biggest mistake that Stax did in the previous turn was that he double protect on Arcanine and Mimikyu again, didn't look at Dondozo's HP, which was on 26%. So at the end of the turn, uh, Dondozo didn't take any damage from Arcanine or Mimikyu. So after curse, it survived on 1 HP, which is huge for Bardo to change the momentum of this game. He used Terra Blast on Arcanine and took it out, and Mimikyu used Phantom Force and vanishes, and Tatsugiri pops out, but didn't take any damage. So with Choice Scarf, Tatsugiri, it's really going to be difficult one for Mimikyu to survive Annihilate and Tatsugiri altogether. Bardo seals up the game, and we move to game 3. In game 3, Stacks led with the same Mons Hexerus and Iron Jugglers, whereas Bardo manages to shift his Mons again. This time he leads with Dondozo and Mousehold, which is a really good lead because he can switch on Mousehold for Tasugiri to pop out Dondozo's attacks, or otherwise it can switch out Mousehold into Annihilate as well as by if he's predicting Hexerus going for close combat over there. So it's really interesting lead that puts Bardo in the front foot from the very first step. Iron Juggler set up Tailwind for his team and Terra's into Ghost type so as to survive Dondozo's incoming Terra Blast, and it survived on 6 HP. Hexus took out his own Iron Jugglers, and Dondozo gets a free order up to increase its attack even further. Here, Stacks went for Curse on 37% health Dondozo, which was another mistake at his end. If he has gone for other attacks, it would have benefit his team over here rather than cutting Mimikyu's own HP. But it is what it is. And Dondozo used Terra Blast to pop up the disguise. Now Mimikyu is vulnerable for any incoming attack from Tatsugiri or Mousehold. Mousehold used Population Bomb on Arcanine. Mimikyu's Phantom Force goes into Mousehold, which was on the Dondozo's slot, but it is really difficult for Mimikyu here to come back from that point. So it's easy win for Bardo in game 3 and he won the set by 2-1. It is time for our week 2 top movements. So at fifth position we have a match between Asfroj and Zeal. So here Asfroj currently have Calaraj and Sea Titan on the field, whereas Zeal have Waterall and Great Tusk. Waterall can go for Tailwind, or it can, if the Great Tusk is Choice Scarf, it can easily go for Earthquake and pick up a knockout on Scalar Edge. So what Asfro did was terrored into Grass type and burned the Great Tusk. In the very next turn, Great Tusk uh, is threatened by Sea Titan because of the ice typing of Sea Titan, so it protects. Moreover, Waterall goes for Endure because Scalar Edge is uh, pretty difficult to take out as of now. So it took all the hits and increased its speed as well. Now, what interesting part was that Asfroj knew that Waterall is going for Endeavor and he switches out his Scalar Edge, didn't want to give it so cheaply into Iron Hands, who is already uh, very low on health, and he manages to protect Scalar Edge and won the game later on. And number fifth, we have a matchup between Siktar and Mr. Darwin. Siktar led this game with Swiper and Torchcrew, whereas Mr. Darwin led with Iron Moth and Grimsnarl. So I chose this moment as the fourth moment in our uh, for week 2 because of the Swiper performed really well for Siktar in this matchup. Iron Moth transformed into Grass type and Toadstool and Swiper double protect there because they didn't want to get fake out and get KO'd by Iron Moth. So Swiper goes for Gung Shot and took out Iron Moth with just one hit. And Toadstool put work here by putting Grimslar on to sleep, whereas Swiper with just one Gung Shot took out Grimsnarl again. So the Swiper's inflator ability really puts work in this set. Makes Siktar easily took out the two major threats and he can easily bypass through the screens as well via Swiper and utilize it. Unfortunately, it got down by Taranta's rock slide, but it really worked well in this set for Sikta. I think it took 5 KOs in the whole matchup. At third position, we have a matchup between Mobile and Tonks, and here Moboy's only last Pokemon Toxapex has left, whereas on Tonks side, Palafin and Tinglu are still on the field. So it was Tonks' game to lose, and I chose this matchup as a third position for this week because Toxapex single-handedly won against two Mons because Mobile played really well. He knew he need to recover here to And this Beneful bunker really played a vital role because it poisoned Tinglu, and now both Palafin and Tinglu are on a clock. And here, Toxapex survived at 2%, which really played a vital role because if it gets knocked out, uh, Tonks would have won it, but it clutches in the end and managed to pull the recover. And now Palafin health is really low and can't win against Toxapex. So in VGC, we don't see usually toxic spikes and hazards, but mobile shows that the meta has changed and we can use these kind of hazards to win with some bulky mons in your team. So it was a great strategy. At second position, we again have a matchup between Asfroy and Zeal. Here, Zeal have already set up his parish song and trapped Slow King and Scalar Edge. Or not Scalar Edge because he's part ghost type, so it can easily switch out. But it traps Slow King over here with Gothitelle. And in the next turn, Zeal went for Double Protect just as to stall the parish turns. Now the count has been gone to the 2. So the next turn, Zeal just need to survive this turn, and on the next turn, it can easily take out Slowking. But Slowking used chilly reception. It set up snow and switches out. So it doesn't matter Gothitelle is on the field because it is not a manual switching, but a move that making Slowking to switch out of the battle, and Asfro protects the Slowking, which is a key in this matchup after setting up Snow for Sea Titan as well. Now Gothitelle and Azumarill both parish turns are went to 1, which makes it really scary for Gothitelle and Azumarill to play. So I really like this strategy from Asfroj. He really prepped well for this matchup and came prepared for Parish Trap. At the first position, we have a matchup between Extra Space and Prime. I chose this match uh, because it has Caesar's sweep. We don't usually see Pokemons to sweep through all the team in VGC because uh, two mons can easily target one mon and take it out. But here we witnessed Caesar sweep through whole of the Prime's team. So what does he he has done? He transformed into Ghost type and put Volcarona to a sleep and do two sword dance is so that Caesar's attack is quite high right now. Moreover, Prime setups Trick Room for uh, extra space here, make it easier because Caesar is slower than Volcarona, so it goes first in under Trick Room and took out Volcarona, whereas uh, Bronzer can't do anything to Caesar. Caesar took out two months already, and with this bullet punch, it took out Gallade as well. And to finish it all with the bullet punch again, he took out Bronzer as well. So in this game, 4 out of 4 mons have been killed by Caesar after setting up two sword dances with the help of jump off.